Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of The Cure for Cowardice. I can officially say that we are back. I was having a bit of a crisis of faith there for a minute. All types of bullshit flying around in my head. I was down on myself. I wasn't confident. I was wasting time. I was wasting energy. I was doing things that I know weren't good for me. And I think it is safe to say that I have come out of that dip. So I stopped my door knocking job. I started selling for the company that I did data entry for. And I got an offer, or tomorrow or the next day, I'm getting an offer for a company to do software sales, or at the very least calling for them. So, all this time that I have spent struggling and grinding and fighting to make something happen, in the last 6 hours, not even, in the last 3 hours, I made a whole bunch of things happen through persistence, taking the initiative, putting my best foot forward, keeping it simple, and not giving up, and keeping my energy up. I think that's a really important one. It doesn't matter how much stuff you do, or even how hard you try, if you have a shitty mood about it. If you're in a bad mood while you're trying to do things that are related to having a good mood, it's just a waste of energy. It's just a waste of effort. You might as well just get your mood right and then go try when you're actually able to show up the way that you need to. Kind of besides the point. Speaking of which, I don't really know what the point of this video is aside from an update of just oh yeah, I guess I know what it is about. Don't quit 3 feet from gold. I know that that's been the point of many videos that I've made, but it's a lesson that I am learning again and again, and to new depths every time. It's something that I take for granted because it's truly remarkable how much somebody can accomplish if they just don't give up at the thing that they're working towards. For instance, this software sales job, I went back and forth emailing. Back and forth emailing with the owner, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 30 emails. I had 2 interviews, and I waited 4 or 5 weeks. And you know what? Today, so they sell to real estate agents. So today, I called up some real estate agents in my area, and I just started pitching it. And I was getting objections that I didn't know how to overcome. So I took the one person that requested information, along with the objections that I was facing, and I emailed it to the owner of this company. And I said, hey, can you please give me access to the scripts as well as the areas that I need to be calling in, because this area that I'm calling in is giving me these objections. Also, this person requested more info. Here's their email. Here's their situation. And he emailed me back within probably about 10 minutes and said, the reason you are facing this objection is because they don't understand X, Y, and Z. I'll get an offer letter sent out tomorrow or the next day. Thanks for your persistence. So, yeah. That's fucking that, dude. What was a situation that seemed futile, I just started doing the work that they were going to hire me for, and I didn't even do that much of it. I made probably 15, 20 calls. And And now I'm getting a job with them. A job that will include a salary and a job that will be able to elevate my skills and just overall move me forward. The job that I'm doing for the company I was doing data entry for, another great example of elevating my skills and moving me forward and boosting my income on top of it. And now I just got out of an interview for a car dealership that I wanted to get in. And you know what? I have now interviewed at, that's probably the fourth one that I've interviewed at, maybe the fifth. And it was either we'll get back to you, or turned me down, or it just wasn't that good of a dealership, and I could see that plain as day, and I didn't want to work there. This one I wanted to work at. So you know what I did? I called, I asked to speak with the GM. I said, hey, I submitted an application last week. Can I come in for an interview? And he said, yeah, I'm here till 7. So you know what I did? I went home, I showered, I changed, and I showed up, interviewed. The whole interview was probably 5-10 minutes, and now I'm waiting on emails from HR to actually get me started. So sometimes it just takes that last push. And I'll tell you what, between these 3 jobs and then plus my restaurant job on Sundays, I'm about to make the last 4 or 5 months that I've been spending look lazy. Like, I am about to put in demon time like I never have before in my life. And if I can do it right, if I can pull it off, when I turn 25 in February of next year, I will have my car paid off, all of my debt paid off, my new phone, a lot of other things that I want, and I will have a full year of living expenses set aside as savings. 12 months of living expenses just in the bank by the time February of next year rolls around. That's 9 months. And plus I'll have a good amount left over. So like, January of this year, I would have felt like an absolute fucking loser. And quite frankly, in a lot of ways, I was. And now, not even 6 months later, it is mid-May. So it's been 4 months. 5 months. Something like that. So within that period of time, while I am nowhere close to where I eventually want to be, even by the time I turn 25, I am so much further that I almost can't even remember what it was like to be in that position those few months ago. I need to get a holder for my phone so I can do these videos while I'm driving. This was kind of resting on the thing right now. And I got my car. I don't remember if I had that update in the last video, but I got my car. It's having some problems that I need to fix, but I got it. Yeah, today was a good day. I forgot what the point of this was again. I'm back to not smoking, not drinking, getting my sleep schedule right, getting my diet locked in, and it's all up from here. I'm about to work my ass off, and oh yeah, don't give up when you're 3 feet from gold, because the life that you want is closer than you imagine. All it takes is going through extreme discomfort for a limited period of time. And if you can weather that storm, by the time you come out, you can have whatever you want at the end of it. So yeah, I think that's what I got for this one. Thank you for tuning in. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.